everyone, my name is Vina, aka Miss WC Reader, and welcome welcome back to my channel. So a lot of people always ask me, how do you stay so consistent with content? And I'm somebody who works a full-time job. Like most of the time when I'm working, I just don't have a lot of time to be running around doing other stuff. Like I really wish I had one of those work-at-home jobs where I could do whatever, but I don't. So I really have to manage my time consistently. So a lot of times that means filming before I start work, during work breaks, and after work. Although I try mostly to film before work and then during work breaks, and then I'll have like the afternoon to just relax because I'll be tired, and then to unwind and like read or write or watch the occasional TV. So one of the things I did, I knew I was going on a big vacation that I would be on for about 9 days. So since I knew I'd have that 9-day vacation planned, I knew no content is getting filmed during that time. I knew I wasn't really going to be reading during that time. I read like one small chapter book, which I'm working on reading some chapter books for an upcoming blog post. So I've been working consistently on that. But I did not get to read a lot because I was just having too much fun, and I was busy with the family, and then it was late, and then I was tired, you know, all the stuff. So I actually pre-scheduled my content ahead of time. One thing that Twitter lets you do is pre-schedule tweets. So I made sure I had my blog posts scheduled already, which I often schedule my blog posts anyway, especially on days I know I'm going to be in the office. Like while I'm lucky enough to work hybrid, I'm not always home. So on the days I'm not home, I have that pre-scheduled to release. And you can also pre-schedule your videos for YouTube. I do one video a week. It's just easier to do one video a week and keep it very consistent. Anyone who is doing content creation knows consistency is key. So I had my one video a week pre-scheduled for 3 weeks in advance, and I had the tweet scheduled to just drop the notification to my Twitter followers, because not everybody gets like Twitter's notifications, so I always like to make a tweet when I have a new video up. And that really worked out for me during this time because I still got my consistent level of views across platforms. And then I also like to take pictures in advance, so to promote books. Instagram right now really doesn't favor pictures. I'm hoping they hurry up and fix the algorithm so it favors pictures again, but pictures do very well on Twitter. So I pre-schedule my tweets with pictures attached to them. I had tweets scheduled for multiple days during the week because with Twitter you have to be consistent or else you're not going to get seen by the algorithm. So I had my tweet scheduled with my pictures showing already. I kind of had to sit down the day before I was getting ready to leave for vacation and film one last video to make sure I had that edited and scheduled. So right now I'm back from vacation and I'm trying to play catch up on like my emails and stuff and sending ARC requests to publishers. I usually sit down and try and do them throughout the day when I'm working from home. It's just easier. That's like about the only thing I can do in between actual work. And then right now I'm on lunch break, so I'm going to film an unboxing because I got this PR box. I knew it was coming, so I cannot remember what the book is, but I knew it was coming. So I'm gonna sit down and film this unboxing, and then I will schedule that for YouTube and maybe possibly post it on Instagram. We'll see. Hey guys, I'm back. So we are in that lovely time of this year where natural lighting comes back, which I really appreciate it because I much prefer filming in natural lighting, although now it's a matter of catching the light as it goes around the house. So I'm trying to like find those spots where I can get that good lighting. And I am still trying to work on some content. So I need to do like a flat lay or a reel or something for this book, which is Empire of Hanging Swords by R.R. Egal. This is a friend of mine who I beta read for, like, we became friends after the beta read, and I'm just like, we were really rooting for this one. Initially, the author was going to traditionally publish it. After, you know, submitting it, it didn't get picked up, and he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and release it myself. And we love a Black author who takes power into her own hands and is like, let me go ahead and put out my content for the masses, because I know somebody's gonna like this book. So I want to do a reread of this, and I'm really hoping like some people will pick this one up, because I know it doesn't have like, it's a very nice cover, but it doesn't have like the flashy illustrated covers that a lot of people go for, but it's really good. I think if you like enemies to lovers fantasy, you'll really like this one. It actually does it correctly. So I want to reread this one soon. I just don't know when I'm gonna have the time, so I'm trying to see if I can do a little bit of content to get some people excited for this one, because my friend is a good writer, but she's a little bit camera shy. Also, this was the first book that I saw myself in the acknowledgements for, and that really meant a lot to me. And then I have this second book that like I saw myself in the acknowledgements for, The Blood Gift. I just got my copy in the mail a couple of days ago, and I painted the edges. I need to work on it a little bit, go over it with another coat, but I decided on purple. I know like Illumicrate is doing an edition of like the UK cover, which is just like this a little bit more blown up, and they did this ugly blue shade that I don't like. I like purple because the bottom here has like a little bit of purple into black, and I thought it would pop. And I saw myself in the acknowledgements on this one around the same time I got that other one, so I'm just like, it just feels nice to be recognized for your hard work in creating content. Because she wrote in here, like on the last page of the acknowledgements, she wrote, Vina, you two have been so generous and kind with your support for this series. I can't express how much I appreciate it. And it's just nice to, for like, I'm getting a lot of authors really saying like, I see you and I see how hard you go for these books, and I see like how much you do to try to support us, and I like to be appreciated like that. And then I just like opened the door to check to see like the mail came early today, so I got this package from Macmillan. No clue what it is. And it's funny because I was just about to sit down to create some content. I need to do the second half of my wrap up for March, because I was like rushing to get my content out and scheduled for April, that I didn't realize I missed about 4 books on that. So I want to make a little part 2 to get those books, because one of them was a picture book I really thought was a great picture book that is indie published that I think people should pick up. So I want to mention that, put that on people's radar. So the book that I got is Did you hear about Kitty Carr? A novel by Crystal Smith Paul. I wanted this one so badly. I was like sending emails. I'm like, how can I get my hands on this one? I was trying to like figure out how to get my hands on this. Finally, like I found out who the publicist is, and I reached out to her, and I'm so glad that I got this one because it sounds really cool. So it's a multi-generational saga, which I've been trying to read more of this year. They like, those stories are like the kinds that I eat up. So, a multi-generational saga that traverses the glamour of old Hollywood and the seductive draw of present-day show business as secrets split a family tree into black, white, and something in between. When white silver screen icon Kitty Carr Tate dies and bequeaths her $1 million estate to the 3 black St. John sisters, it prompts questions. A celebrity in her own right, Elise St. John would rather focus on sorting out Kitty's affairs than deal with the press. But what she discovers in one of Kitty's journals rocks her world harder than any other brewing scandal could. And between a cheating fiance and the fallout from a controversial social media post, there are plenty. The truth behind Kitty's ascent to stardom, from her her beginning in the Jim Crow South threatens to expose a web of unexpected family ties, debts owed, and debatable crimes that could, with one pull, unravel the all-American fabric of the St. John sisters and the closest to them. Did you hear about Kitty Cars? A sprawling tale that explores the burdens celebrity places on women, and the power that family secrets have to erode and complicate the lives of future generations. So Crystal St. Paul, I believe this is her debut. Of course, she is a Black author, and she is a Spelman grad. So shout out to her. She's written for like a few like magazines and stuff. But yeah, this one comes out in May, and I'm hyped to read this one because I have been trying to get more of these stories on my radar. So now I'm gonna sit down and film the rest of the night wrap up. So yeah, this is just how I do during the day. I kind of map out like what I want to do in my head and then start planning content accordingly. If I can do multiple things during one day, I will. But consistency, like I said, is key to getting people to support you. And I found that even though my YouTube channel is like one of my smaller platforms, I still enjoy sitting down and having discussions with the audience here, and like I have so many great followers who are always supporting me. But then I love my blog stuff and even my Instagram stuff because I just could get to connect with so many different people, and it's been really exciting lately because my Instagram finally hit over 1,000 followers, which was a lot of hard work. I started that Instagram back in 2019, I think, or 2018, not sure. I think it was like the end of 2019. I really wasn't sure how to connect to the book community at that time. I really was struggling to like get the fancy pictures because when I finally did connect to the book community, I was like, everybody does like the same kind of flat lays, and where do I fit in here? And I feel like I'm like found my little space where I fit in, and I have people who will can support me. Still working on the reels. They're not my favorite to sit down and film, but people do go ahead and click on my page, so I appreciate it. And you'll see like little glimpses into some like the other stuff I read that don't always make it over to this platform there. But let me know if you found this video interesting. If you like this video, make sure and hit that like button. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!